Hello Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of March 26th through April 1st. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide, okay? Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that, we've got the Princess of Cups. Princess of Cups. All right, let's put that into some context. We have some more water energy. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I lay these cards out, I do just want to say that if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments down below, okay? So, some good looking cards here. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to leave that right there. We're not going to look at it until the very end of the reading. And hopefully that will, tie the reading together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end. Okay, so let's see. We've got some major arcana. We've got some court cards. We've got some air, some water, some fire, some earth, major, fire, major. Fairly good balance. I think I'm happy with the balance that we have here. So what we've got here with this Princess of Cups is someone who is kind of having some new feelings. Not really uncertain feelings, but just there's a new vibe in the air. Okay, I think maybe that looking at that 6, I think maybe you've recently come back from some kind of travel. I feel like there was a long journey and you now are maybe you're back home now, maybe not quite yet. There's been some traveling recently, and I think that traveling has kind of woken something up in you, Maybe you've got this travel bug now. Maybe you met someone during your travels that now you're having these kind of new feelings, right? I feel like this trip, this journey, whatever this traveling was, started maybe a new relationship, or just kind of sparked these new feelings for you. These new desires, this new, maybe these new wishes to continue traveling. It could be almost, I'm feeling like a pining for the life that you wish you would have led. Do you know what I mean? Not a regret or anything like that, but just almost like it put you acutely in touch with some feelings that you really haven't dealt with in a long time. For this tremendous fulfillment and satisfaction and pleasure and all of these desires that you've, maybe have had for a long time, but you've just kind of kept them inside. There were more practical things to do in life, right? But I feel like this trip, this journey, maybe a vacation, maybe a family vacation, maybe it was a work trip, whatever it was, I feel like it has put you in touch with this side of yourself that you kind of forgot about. So it's kind of a new thing now, and I'm feeling like you want to kind of embark on this new life now. It's almost like you went on let's say a vacation to France or something, and now you just kind of you come back home and you're just like, I really want to go live in France and be this new person, Maybe not France, I don't know, wherever. And I say that too because we've got this 6. We've got this 6 of Cups. This is like living this fantasy life, living this kind of unreal, unbelievable life that may still be a fantasy, right? Because I feel like your life right now is very practical. I feel like you've got a lot going on in your kind of, your daily life. And we see that with this Ace of Discs over here in your general energy. You're a very practical person. I think that you've got your life and it's well set up, it's established, and it's functioning, and there's a rhythm to it. But you're almost really ready to disrupt that rhythm and that harmony for the chance to have this different kind of harmony, right? A lot of sixes here. We've got the Six of Swords in the recent past. We've got the Six of Cups here in the present. And we've got the Six of Wands kind of in our fears, worries, and concerns area over there. So there's a lot of these a lot of balance, a lot of harmony, a lot of understanding, a lot of things that really pierce you to your core. And that's what I want to talk about here with this Six of Swords from the recent past. This was this journey that you went on. It could be just a journey of your imagination, I guess, but I feel like you traveled somewhere, in the physical realm. And I feel like there was a lot of realizations on this trip. A lot of things that you experienced, thoughts that you had, feelings that you had, really pierced you to your core. Just like these swords are doing in this card. There's a lot of emotions got stirred up. A lot of desires got stirred up. A lot of maybe regrets. Yeah, maybe there are some kind of regrets or missed opportunities that kind of were brought back fresh to your mind, And I feel like you really have this impulse now to start on this kind of new adventure, to go after what you think is the life that you were meant to lead, the experience that you were meant to have, the harmony that you were kind of, that should have been your destiny, should have been your purpose. With the Six of Cups here, this is almost like the grass is greener on the other side. We almost think, okay, our life now is okay and it's meaningful, but there's so much more fulfillment on the other side of the tracks, or the other side of the ocean, or whatever. So I feel like you believe the grass will be greener over there. There will be more satisfaction, fulfillment. There will be more pursuit of your desires. So just almost an emotionally extravagant kind of life, with excitement and love and just beauty and a real sense of doing something kind of beyond what everyone else is doing. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's part of you that does kind of want to break away from the tribe, wants to kind of break away from kind of maybe what all your friends have done, what all your family has done, just to be that different, to be that person that goes off and just takes a chance, caution to the wind, and starts over somewhere new in this just exotic land, and is doing all of these very intense things. And I feel like you're dreaming about that now. And we have the Priestess up here too on the top of the Path of the Dove. I feel like you maybe literally are dreaming about it. I feel like you are looking at this as a message that it is time for you to really do what your spirit, what your heart have maybe always wanted. Right? Maybe you have been keeping yourself too contained here in the recent past, or the last few years. And Spirit is kind of telling you that, look, it's now or never. Like, we theoretically have one shot at this life. So why are we going to compromise? Why are we going to sacrifice? Why should we deny ourselves what we really feel is our destiny, our purpose, right? So I think that you are getting these affirmations from Spirit, through synchronicities, through dreams, that are telling you, yes, go do this. Go do it. I feel like it really is this desire for a new beginning, to start the life that you were meant to lead. Okay? And I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know anything about you or the life that you're leading now. I don't know which direction you do. I'm sorry for my congestion. It's really annoying. I feel like the tarot's not going to tell you what to do, right? You're not going to get an answer. You're not going to get a yes or no. You're going to say maybe yes, but, or no, however, or you're going to get a snapshot of what's going on right now and what some of the options are. If this energy continues, how might it go? Okay. In the immediate future, we do have this Four of Wands, and this is Venus in Aries. Okay. So this is like really listening to your heart, right? This is really taking this intense attraction to this new life or new lifestyle and going for it and doing it, right? I think the wheels are already in motion. I think that you've already started to make arrangements. You're starting to already figure out how it's going to work, where you're going to go, what you're going to do. Maybe you're choosing a new name. You're picking a new accent. You're going to start as someone new, right? I feel like you're already being led, or you're already kind of driving in that direction, you know. And again, you know, I don't know if this is your true will, if this is what your spirit, your soul really wants, or if this is just a temporary infatuation, if this is just a fantasy that is maybe best left as a fantasy, you know. I don't know. I see that there are people in your life who are not that happy about it, you know, that kind of are trying to convince you not to do it, like maybe your friends or your family members are just, you know, kind of trying to keep you kind of contained or keep you from running off. And I think that's mostly because of their own insecurities, you know. That's because they don't want their lives disrupted, that they like having you here. And, you know, it's not, I don't think it's really taking into account your desires, your needs. You know, with the Princess of Swords here, it's kind of like the initial reaction to this news. People are going to argue, try to convince you, no. You know what I mean? And I think you know that. Maybe you haven't really expressed this to anyone, but you know that this is coming. You know that as soon as you say, hey, I'm moving to, you know, Egypt, wherever, you're going to get a lot of resistance. You're going to get a lot of people thinking that you are out of your mind, you know, and they're going to do what they can to convince you that this is a bad idea. I'm not going to do that. The tarot's not going to do that. I don't think any of these cards are saying it's a good idea or it's a bad idea. I think what we're seeing is this is an idea, and we can kind of follow it through till the end and see, you know, see how it might play out a little bit, you know. Your general energy on the path of the serpent is this Ace of Discs. This is you really being a practical person. So if you are going to do this, you're going to make sure that you've got the money, you've got the resources, you know where you're going, you've got, you know, everything's kind of lined up and organized. This is also a card that's saying you're ready for a new start. You're ready to take whatever this kind of fanciful trip journey, maybe in your imagination, maybe you went on a cruise, maybe you took a vacation somewhere. You're really ready to make it a permanent change, right? You're going to go there, not on a vacation. You're going to go there to live permanently, you know. So this is that fresh start. This is the journey to that place, right? Being kind of led or driven by the desire, by the attraction, by the heart, by that Venus energy. And this is you arriving in that land and settling down, right? Putting down roots in this new place, in this new life, as this kind of new person. The next card, very interestingly, is this Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card doesn't mean that it's a new relationship. It could be. It could be. It is in the position of your relationships. But is this a relationship with another person that maybe you have met already or that you will meet in this new land? Could be. This could be your relationship with this decision. Could be that you go and you lay down your roots and you realize that this was the best, most perfect, most ideal thing you could have ever done. Why didn't I do it sooner? Completely perfect and fulfilling, intensely satisfying, right? It's almost like you wish you would have done this 20 years ago. This is where you were meant to be. It's really that kind of a bond with this decision. It could be that you're also meeting the person of your dreams, you know. And both could be true. You know, I think maybe this will feel like it is the perfect situation for you. Now you're in this environment, because this card's also in the position of our environment. Our relationship with the environment is a perfect union. So wherever you decide to go, make sure that it is a place where you feel like you are intensely yourself, where you can be who you want to be, how you want to be, and that there's nothing holding you back from completely fulfilling your nature and being completely fulfilled. Okay. The fears, worries, and concerns is this 6 of Wands. I think this is almost the idea that you're not being fair to people, or you're maybe being too selfish or taking advantage of maybe this opportunity. Maybe you feel guilty that you have the resources or the means that you can go and kind of put down new roots somewhere. So this is almost like being hemmed in by tradition, or by this idea that you kind of have to stay where you're at. Like there's something that is trying to keep you contained in your current environment. Like, this is where you belong. Why are you trying to stand out? Why are you trying to do something different? You know, why can't you just blend in and be like everybody else, right? I don't think that's you, though. I think you are someone who really does stand out. I think even in your current situation, there's something different about you. I think there always has been something different about you. I think any of your friends or family would tell you the same thing. Yeah, you've always been a little bit different. No one can really, like, point it out or pin you down, but something different about you. Always has been. So I don't think it is in your nature to blend in or to be like everybody else. So this, I think, is a very easily overcome fear and worry. Okay. I think any of your fears and worries on this are easily overcome. Right? The key word for this card is victory. Victory over your fears, worries, and concerns. Whatever they may be. Whatever they may be, those won't stop you. And what we see as the last card on the path of the serpent is the Chariot. This is literally, change is coming. A move is coming. You have to be prepared. If you're going to do this, you've got to prepare. You know, you got to take care of all your business here. You've got to get things arranged. You've got to fortify yourself, make sure you're healthy, make sure your car is in good working order or whatever. Make sure all the animals are taken care of, you know. Really tie up any loose ends that are left here and go. With the Chariot, it's almost like it'd be foolish not to go. Right? Because if you choose not to go, you know how it's going to end. Right? You know what that's going to be like because you're already living it. So why not take the risk? It may not work out. Sure, it may not. But you'll never know unless you actually go and try. Okay. So the tarot is just saying that if you do choose all of this energy and it flows this way, you have to be prepared. You have to take the risk. You have to be aware that it may not work out. That it may not be this perfect union. Seems like it would be. Right? Seems like that's kind of the energy there. But you have to be prepared for the worst. Okay? Hope for the best. Yeah. Prepare for the worst. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's look at the mystery card. What could that mystery card be? Well, we see some fire energy here with the 4 of Wands, but there's not, well, we get the 6 of Wands too. But maybe some major arcana like energy, some strong, assertive, taking charge kind of energy. You know, we see the Priestess, which is kind of a passive card. We see this Lover's card, which is a little bit active. And then the Chariot, that's still kind of a passive card. Water, a little bit of air. We need some fire. We need some really good, assertive, decision-making energy. I want this to be the Emperor. honestly. The Emperor, to me, would have a connection to somewhere in Europe, maybe Northern Europe. And it would also have this idea that you are, because the Emperor card rules the sign of Aries. Okay, and here we had Venus in Aries. So if this is the Emperor, this would tell me that you really are following your heart, that this assertive, confident energy is making the decision to make this change, and it's based on what your heart really wants, and there's no arguing with the heart. Okay, I think Emperor energy. Let's see. Is it? There's the Emperor. I feel like you're going to try this out. I think that you are very eager to make a change in your life. And I think that you're going to do it with confidence and gusto. I think you're going to do it with authority and assertiveness. I think that you are a master of your resources. I think that you're someone that can, really just kind of go and do this alone, no problem. I don't think you have to bring a friend with you or something. I think this is something that you are more than capable of doing on your own and really making a success out of it. And I think you really are following your heart, and it's hard for me to say no to that. It's hard for me to say don't do that. Even if it does seem like a very major change, a very drastic kind of shift for you, maybe that's exactly what you need to be fulfilled, to reach your happiness, right? To be who you are meant to be. I'm very curious how this works out for you. I would love it if you would leave me some comments and let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling, and where you're really thinking about going, because I'm very curious. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's right up here. Again, I apologize for my congestion. I know it's annoying and gross, and I'll try to edit out as much of the sniffling as I can, okay? Anyway, extended reading. This was your weekly reading, March 26th through April 1st on Dove and Serpent Tarot.